Oh, how about this for a tough decision early on? Which direction they go here is going to say a lot about what this team wants to do. We've seen one Detroit line be selected so far. Could another be far behind? Oh, this guy's a rare talent and a huge upgrade over what they had before. And this team does have a lot of needs, but this guy is a legitimate star, and he'll make everyone around him better. Still some big holes remaining to be filled. Here's where you may have to go after a lower-rated player just to make sure you get coverage in all areas. One thing's for sure in this round, you're going to walk away with a great player no matter which way you go. What to do here? Build up the interior of your line or get that skill player to add another weapon? And there's a pick that does fill a hole, but I'm not sure that it's really going to be the one that improves the overall squad a tremendous amount. Boy, a tough choice here, but one that any organization would love to have. How do you go wrong with these three guys? Still a few holes on this roster, and not a lot of time left to do anything about it. This is a pretty telling pick here. Do you go for a big bruiser up front or get yourself someone who could be a difference maker at a skill position? A bit of a dilemma with this threesome. Which side of the ball do you turn your focus to here? Whoever's making the final decision here might have a coordinator in each ear. Do you go offense or defense? Now it's getting to the time of the draft where you really want to get lucky and hope somebody falls into your lap. boy, it's finger crossing time now. With the end in sight and a few more holes to fill, you've got to be hoping that there's still a gem or two that becomes available.
Thank you, Larry. So the picks are in. We welcome you to this Draft Champions contest. I'm Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, ready to call the action. And let's get to it. Down to the field. It's time for kickoff. And it's the birth of a new club as we're underway in Draft Champions. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll throw on first down here with Palmer. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you... And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cliff Averill in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Off the play fake. Here's Palmer. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Palmer. It's caught. Michael Pruitt. And he's brought down. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a Seattle first. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8.
Let's go. 1-18.
The play clock's running down. Palmer will throw. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. It'll be a gain of 4. And it'll be 3rd down. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Again, it's Palmer. They got him in. It's Woods. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed it to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So 2nd and 10 here. Second and 10 now, and it's Palmer. And he can't get away from the pressure. Palmer sacked. Purnell McPhee in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. This now, play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. Now Palmer on 3rd and long. And this is caught by Jackson. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Alongside my broadcast partner Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. First down, here's a run with Peterson. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Now Palmer to throw on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Palmer. Going to throw deep. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver with an acrobatic catch. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. They begin with a run by Crowell. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll run it again with Crowell. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. And this defense looks for one more stop here on third after the run. On 3rd and 1, here's Mariota. And Robinson with a big catch. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
But we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Mariota to throw it. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Well, not a huge gain there as we head towards the 2-minute warning. It'll be interesting to me to see what they decide to do after the timeout.
And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
Brief break in the action here. More from Minneapolis after this.
A nickel look by Seattle on 3rd down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. Throwing, Mariota. And he gets it to Funchess complete. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
A little dump off for Crowell. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
A first down throw for Mariota. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
To the air again, Mariota. Caught out left side by Robinson. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Crowell. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. First down, Mariota. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Throwing again, Mariota on 2nd and 10. Over the middle here to Brown. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Hey, the defense is in this game as well. They want to make it a tough 3rd down. They were able to do so on that last play, preventing a big gain.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So they're operating in the red zone. From the red zone now, Mariota. Dancing to his left. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And this seemingly endless drive continues. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. That's caught at the 3. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Mariota now on second down. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Allen Robinson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he'll bang that one through. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the half. It's Palmer. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you now to Orlando and our Tiburon studios, where Larry Ridley's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On the run, it's Crowell. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Third and short yardage. Mariota. A little dump off for Corral. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now a second down throw for Mariota. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and cause a nice play for lost yardage.
Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Now Mariota. And he gets it to Funchess complete. A gain of 8 and a first down.
I heard so much about the offense Marcus Mariota ran while he was at Oregon, about how people were just wide open, how he couldn't fail to hit them. But I always said the same thing. He sure as heck didn't miss them very often. Very accurate, even on short throws.
Yeah, he can go short. He can go deep, obviously, but he's really good with that short passing game.
Dart thrower, very accurate. Receivers love it.
And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he's brought down after a good gain. He'll get 23 yards there, and that'll be good for a Seattle first down. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They come up in an offset eye. Mariota. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Second down, Mariota. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
So now it's 1st and goal. They'll run with Crowell into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. They come out here in the eye. They'll run it now with a fullback. This is Young. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Darrell Young punching it in from a yard away. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On 1st and 10, it's Palmer. And this one complete right side to Funchess. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
Here we go. Blue 58.
On 1st down, it's Palmer. Right side caught by Jackson. And he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Fresh set of downs here.
Sally 19. Sally 19. Get ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Here we go. Blue 58. Blue 58.
Now Palmer to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. Palmer now. He's got time. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Here we go. It's Palmer on fourth down. Going to throw right side here. Complete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball,
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
On second down, here's Crowell. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating.
What's up, Creeper?
You're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough. Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them. A 1st down carry now for Crowell. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive. Shift together here from the D-line. Again, it's Crowell. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2. Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. And they pick up a 1st down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot. Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore. We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to... And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. This is Crowell. Shreds the tackle, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
I don't have Far Cry. Is that game good?
It's going to lead to a 3rd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack. Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility? Here's Mariota. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense,
Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And this one's high, but not very far. And he'll back up a few steps as he'll make the fair catch at about the 8-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. And not great starting field position here for the offense. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10, and he's into the end zone. Unbelievable.
Did you see that?
Defensive collapse on the final play, and Charles, they can tie it with a PAT.
I cannot believe that. And that touchdown means a decision has to be made. Do they kick the PAT and tie it up, or do they go for 2 and try and win it right now?
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And now they're going to go for 2 and a possible win as this crowd rises to make things difficult. They'll run for it with Peterson. And he is into the
Get out of here. Go home, son.
So let's recap. How about the guts in this one? You score on the final play. Thought they were just going to try the PAT and tie it, send it to overtime. Trust they went for 2, and they won it right there.
Well, the book, right? You know the book that everyone plays by, right?
Yep.
I would say that guy's better than me, but like, yo, he uses the same play on defense. That's a whole bunch of cheese on offense.
You don't get it. Your job could be in jeopardy. But sometimes people just know their teams. They may have felt like they were out of gas. They had to have it now, and they did it and got out of there with a win.
That'll do it from here for Charles Davis and all our crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching Draft
I'm not really a Far
Champions
Cry
here on
fan.
EA
I don't think I own
Sports.
any of the
For
games.
more, head on over to easports.com. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.
And what do you mean by stick shooter? Joystick? Creeper. Now I know why your name is Creeper. Where the girl's at? My girl's here still, but Anna's not. Anna's probably working.
Thank you, Larry. Brandon,
I've been playing GTA with Anna.
Here in the booth. We are set for a
You'll probably see her character
draft
if I stream
champions matchup
GTA.
and some spectacular talent on your screen right now. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get down to the field for kickoff. Two teams here amped and ready.
I'm pretty sure I already played my toughest team for the draft. I didn't like that guy's play style.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line.
That's good, creeper. You got a female creeper too. She goes out late night with you, doesn't she? Where do you live again? Do you know about the clown bullshit?
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. They were in the 4-3. Mike linebacker made a great tackle.
And when that happens, generally it means that the guys up front, the 4 down defensive linemen, have absorbed all the blockers and allowed him to run free to the football. He ends up with a textbook tackle.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Caught left side by Hilton. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll get nothing.
And you see that guy thought I picked it. He didn't even think he caught it.
Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
I don't have dollar defense in this playbook,
so
man.
They gotta go back and scramble after this one.
Kind of feel out of place.
Now with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling. Into a double team.
Thank you, my friend.
Luke Kuechly that picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Certainly not how they.
Oh, so Hughes, where you're from? Is that Houston?
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
I didn't really get to pick my play. Let's see. Let's go to recent. All right, we're gonna run it.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
You saw 5 at your house, man.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after getting
that play had terrible pass D. That was probably some nasty blitz.
On second down,
or I hope he don't know what he's doing. Come on.
Incomplete there. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd down.
From Texas, man. Let's do levels. That's all we got for levels.
So they've been unable to capitalize.
It's not gonna give me my yards.
Field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
It's getting kicking.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. On 3rd down, Palmer. And finding Pruitt.
Okay. Looks like we might be getting points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was real.
What day was it? Halloween, man? My man saying there was clowns everywhere.
Now 1st down following that long gain.
And on your bus?
They'll run with Peterson.
Ooh, he is trying to stop my running game. I haven't tried an outside run yet, though.
Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
I don't know this playbook at all.
Get ready. 1, 18.
On second down, Palmer. And he will
Touchdown.
score. Touchdown, Seattle. Deshaun Jackson, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. And this will give
Nah, but what day was it, man? If it was Halloween, I know you're not kidding, because those are little kids. You just tripping.
They run up and send this one away.
But I've been seeing a lot of videos on YouTube that, like, those clowns are getting beat up.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25
worse.
to 24-yard line. New York set to
Look, I wouldn't be out there clowning around like that.
Just any interception.
I think they deserve to get beat up.
More cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and
think this guy's going for deep ball? I have no clue.
You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense.
10 days before Halloween.
We'll see how they attack.
All right, not
Some
tripping.
runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the
Yeah,
yardage.
but I wouldn't let those guys get
By
too
the
close to me if
offensive
like I
line to
saw that.
create space up front. Really well done.
Especially because like they're disguised, they can do whatever they want. Can't really report it because you don't know who to report.
And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide
Feel so
receiver,
lost without
tight
the
end,
dollar,
but running
man.
backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
It keeps 2 linebackers on the field.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Maybe I should just sub out the O-lineman because my O-line, I didn't pick good O-linemen. So I couldn't check the ratings.
Now
just now.
Roethlisberger on first down. And the grab made by the
So this
tight
guy's
end
starting to
Brewer.
throw under.
Able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Kind of want to go
When you
get it.
execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some
I'm gonna pick the
significant
same play
yardage hitting your tight end on
in
that
case
one.
he's not
So they
going
complete the pass, and
under.
now they face a second down.
All right, I think I got this.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down.
I thought I said he had 4
And he's picked
wideouts
up there
out.
of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Really good, solid run right there, and they did it from a 4 wide receiver set. And if you're an offensive coordinator, they used to tell people,
Trying to go over
"Hey,
the
we're gonna
top,
throw the
Holmes."
football." Now they use 4 receivers
Not letting
on the
you.
field to spread things out, give them more running lanes and more options, and also
You have to give me a
use it
second to read that one.
defenders off the field.
All right,
Makes
he's
the
gonna throw
defense
under
lighter
now.
and easier to run against.
Yeah, Texas don't play, man. You will get shot in Texas.
Roethlisberger to throw on second down.
Yes, he
And they
dropped
get
that ball,
Jordan
man.
loose. It's incomplete.
I'm gonna blitz him.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop. And the
This
Seahawks
looks like
had a
he's
couple
going over the
extra
top,
DBs going with the
But
dime.
you getting blitzed
Indeed,
anyways,
6
Holmes.
on the field. He finds Coates complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
I knew he was going to run a vertical, but I thought my blitz will still get there.
Football here as we begin quarter number
And that
2.
wasn't even
And they're on the
verticals.
move here. They've got it 1st and 10. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They come out here in the eye. A first down carry here for Johnson. Give him 11 on the gain there. And the Giants will be set up with a 1st and goal.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That's caught at the 3. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. T.Y. Hilton from 6 yards away. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
He's going for a 2-point. I'll
So
let you
they're
do
going to go
that.
for 2. They'll run it with Johnson. And this play
He
is not
screwed
going
up.
to work. He stopped short of the goal line, and this will remain a 7-6 ball game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
I didn't get the last part you said. You butt dialed the cops, and then what?
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard
And
line.
HD
The Seattle now
me
ready to
on
march out of
Tuesday.
the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. obviously they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? We know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return
I haven't
game.
tried to play action
He can break
yet.
big
I'm
plays
gonna
like
try
that.
it now.
We've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders, and Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief on the Giants sideline. There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
They come out here in the eye. Throwing is Palmer. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
On 3rd and 1, it's Palmer. And that is incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time, and it brings up 4th down.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
Mike Zimmer's made his decision, and that decision is to try and go for this thing on 4th down.
I know what it is. I know when it released.
4th down. Here's Palmer. He's brought down.
I was watching his user. All right.
And a turnover on downs. And New York set to take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time.
I don't know how much I'll play it, though. I like GTA.
Catch up. Every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not
Between
easy.
GTA and Madden, all I do is play GTA and Madden.
Last time, they think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Damn, he's in field goal range now.
Okay, gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. They go play action here on 1st down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch.
I think he's playmaker and okay. No, that's the play.
Well done. Time to step aside. We'll come back to Ford Field after this.
I don't really have D-line, man, and I need D-line to get through.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. Screen play, Johnson. And the stop will come inside the
4-3 doesn't really work when you don't have D-line.
2nd and goal.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Again, it's Roethlisberger.
Oh, come on. That was Kuechly. You got to pick that.
And it's 3rd down.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
He tripped over his own guy.
Right around the 8. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Throwing now.
He messed up again.
Pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
This dude is blitzing me.
Now went for it on 4th down. Turned it over. Gave him great field position. Turned into 6 points. So they've got to recover here, Charles.
Should run a screen soon, so I think he's using the linebacker.
The decision to go for it on 4th down. It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for him. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
I'm gonna hit more.
Now a play fake here on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. 69
That
yards.
punished him.
And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown.
I need to do more research into Far Cry, bro. You say Far Cry is the best game out there?
And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6.
Oh, we're kicking it, man. We have a puppy that's been giving a lot of fucking headache.
And off it goes.
Dude's wild.
This fielded a few yards.
He's gonna chill soon enough, and then we'll be able to put him on the stream. But he's big, man. He's big for a puppy.
The 22-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing.
He's like 7 months old, and he's bigger than some grown dogs. His own breed.
Starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot.
I'm gonna drop back my DN, man.
In the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play.
Yeah, this guy's a baby, but man, he's big.
There, I thought that might
big for a baby.
Screen pass. Like
you might hear him snoring soon.
Like there was an opening. Still ended up with a solid
Somebody
game.
punish this guy. Make him rage quit, please, man.
And it's 3rd and 5.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the
I want a playbook with dollar in it.
You know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball.
Okay, let's try and get in there on the QB.
Here's Roethlisberger.
Damn screens. You're not gonna win screening like that, buddy.
Here we're gonna get a timeout by the offense.
Yeah, throw a Mabel at him.
So they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Yeah, man, unless you screen that running back.
Left is Hilton. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger.
Yeah, rage quit. If I hit him deep one more time, he's probably going to quit. I'm not even going to use the same play. Let's go to a shot play.
Fading here in the second quarter. Not sure how aggressively.
There we go. Alright, that's 2. We're on a roll. Yeah, I'm gonna slowly start working the puppy more into the stream. He has to get used to being on camera. Well, he loves camera. Like, if you take pictures of him and stuff, he loves camera. But like, what I mean is getting him to sit still while I play video games. I can't focus on him and the games. So what, it didn't give me my win? Alright, there we go. Alright, we're gonna go straight into 3. Actual, do you have any pets?
Larry, thank you. It is indeed time for a draft champions matchup, and what is set to be a great draft champions matchup. In the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis, and these guys should have a huge impact on the outcome of this game. They're ready to roll. We're ready to roll.
Let's roll. Let's roll. I'm sitting beside him and he's sleeping. You might hear him snore soon if he gets loud.
Time to get down to it, and we're off in week 3 of Draft Champions. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, what a move.
Ooh.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Throwing now, Palmer on first down. Got a man and he hits him in stride. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after
Looking for a better drive
play. Let him get some rack.
I swear I press square and X keeps popping up.
Come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Okay, first time. Last game I kept pressing square and X was coming up.
Now Palmer on first down. Jackson's got it over the middle.
I meant to flip it.
It'll be second down.
But whatever.
That's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football.
I wanted more to run that route.
That's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
We're going to hit more on this one.
And on 2nd and 10 now.
Let's just let them know we have a legend.
Now Palmer to throw on 2nd down. Throwing right, and that's complete. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. The 4-time Pro Bowler Herman Moore, his first grab of the game.
Led the league in receptions twice. And just think about
why does everybody run that defense? If he runs that defense all game, something's fishy about that.
Find a way to stop him, and rarely did teams get that done.
Now Palmer.
Oh, you gotta catch that when you're wide open, bro.
I'm not sure we could spot
who was that, tight end? Dude, I don't think I'm gonna be throwing it to you much.
They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
I'm on the 40. It's not good. And I can't pick the play in time. Damn.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
I'm still going for it because I wasted the timeout instead of taking the burn. Should have went back.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Get ready.
They'll run for it. Peterson. And he'll push this forward over to about the 42-yard line.
All right. Time to do, we showed that
and the Saints are going to get it back
AP couldn't get it done. Guess it's D.
Here we go.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays.
Would I kill a dog in a game? You mean like Watch Dogs? No, what was it? It was, shoot, I have it. Division.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
In the game, I wouldn't really do it for fun, but I don't mind that it's there. Look at this guy. Following the blocking. And that counter weak. Everybody runs that too. It's like you're playing the same guy. Sending a blitz with a big bad hole right in the middle.
Keenum going to try and throw on 3rd down. To the right side, he's got
and everybody runs that screen too. A little bubble.
Taken down at the 29.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers.
And this might be a play action over the top.
But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations.
Flip my blitz.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
This is a Jai. And he'll get this one down to
about
the 27.
Counter?
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Draw.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy.
2 yards is not bad. Shouldn't be wanting to run that play again.
Pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball.
I wonder if it's that screen again.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On second down, here's Keenan. And left side here, it's Graham.
How is nobody guarding
down
there?
inside the 20 at the 19. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
Not getting no middle.
It reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put it up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up.
You're not getting that play again, buddy.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what they play man coverage against you. He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Flip that play, homeboy.
On second and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
I think he was trying to run that stretch again.
Quarter number 2, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal?
Let's go. No, check. Patriot. Here we go. Check.
They'll try to run with a J. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jay Ajayi taking it in from a yard out.
So he's audible and away from the user right away.
And his kick is right through.
So I think I'll adjust the opposite end that I'm going to use her on.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have
that's Far Cry you were talking about?
Second quarter. We'll be right back.
Thought you were talking about the division. Okay, if this is Madden, I think you got burned, Holmes.
The 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the
that wasn't Madden, it was.
Kevin Johnson. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
But for whatever reason, his free safety didn't cover more.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
That's what happens whenever you block Shed in the middle.
Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't
always
hang
get stuck
on.
up.
Second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Run it.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Here's a jive.
Run it.
He'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be
no blitz on me.
Down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted.
Run it.
It's Nick Perry with a pick, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field.
I'm going to deep ball him. He's going to get it.
We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive. After
what side is Moore going to be
on? On the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Time running out here on the play clock. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. So they took a shot.
Don't do that again. Alright, I won't do that again. Let's go back to playing normal for a bit, man. He knows what I'm trying to do. Why wouldn't I ever? I think my control has a problem with triangle.
After the clear out, in this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Now it's Palmer bringing it in. Jackson left side.
Thank you for holding that, Deshaun.
Brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
I want to see what this play what the curl route looks like against his defense. I'm not really going to use it. It's a man defense.
The play clock's running down. Here's Palmer, and he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. And give him a gain of 37.
I didn't really get to see it because I thought he was going to play his own.
Big yards downfield with a little bit of rack thrown in there, a little run after catch. And it came on
okay, let's let Moore run this drive properly.
Who won 4 Super Bowls as a quarterback.
I don't know who was faster. He had the speed advantage. Yeah.
Crossing route. Hate it, hate it, hate it, because it's hard to change direction when they get going full speed in the other way.
His pass caught at the 4.
I should probably run out that clock, but I'm not sure. I wanna use some run game, but I haven't used running all game. I was trying to avoid it. The one time I ran with AP was on that fourth down. I don't think I ran it besides that.
Second and goal to go now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's across
scored too early, but let's just pick it again.
Adrian Peterson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one as he's up a yard.
He did something that the computer usually does to me. I overrun the route, and he ran straight. Most guys run away from me.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They go back to the air here after the INT. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You gotta give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because
that's like the first time I've seen an emoji
when he goes in the
party chat.
Pop or a shove, hoping to bring
not party chat, in the stream chat.
Connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. They come out
Is that something new? Oh, crash the middle.
On 2nd and 10, Keenum looking deep downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there.
He's trying some cheese.
Could really hurt their momentum.
That play is a cheese play. I see it all the time. I want to blitz him, but I don't think I've sacked him once. And this D-line... Screen.
Down, Keenum. They set up the screen to Ajayi. A loss of a
My
yard
DT picked that. That would have been crazy.
I love the intelligence.
Buddy, please kick
And a
it.
timeout here. Timeout taken. Whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
It's a fake punt.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And how about this, a fake?
Minnow, man, minnow.
And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the
Not
field.
looking good for him.
Last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
Try and get like 20 yards.
Because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing.
He held that. Deshaun Jackson's been holding the ball for me real nice.
And no big plays by the
Real
defense to knock
nice.
the ball away. One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver, and almost on a direct
I'm gonna stay in this
shot,
formation till I
to the
score.
middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get
Who's
back to
that?
the line of
Youngblood.
scrimmage. And no more. No gain, and it's 2nd down. And he
And I don't have a timeout.
very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it?
I
mean,
want
just
time to
zoom.
pick my play. I usually run out of time,
And
but I
what a
don't know the
terrific play,
playbook.
holding them to no gain.
Run under.
Now Palmer to throw on 2nd down. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 3. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Alright, we're going slants. No more time. I wish I had a timeout so I could pick a nice play. But it's more or nothing.
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal.
And I threw it to Jackson. Alright. So I think I made up for giving up that ball so early on that 4th down with AP. And it looks like this guy's, it's not looking good for him right now.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
He gets the ball back at the half, but just his offense hasn't been playing too well. It's a trend right now.
Fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Where are you going, man?
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Oh, he was probably trying to get out of bounds.
They get ready to go back to work here. And from this spot,
this is where I would usually use that dollar.
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
This is going to be some kind of funny business play.
5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
We ain't letting the deep ball go.
First down is Keenum. Being chased out left. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
And this is over, man. This is over. All right. He's going to have to restart.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
No, well, nowhere. All right, so we're starting real strong right now.
Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third
I
quarter.
feel like blitzing is not even an option.
Very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game
I know he wants to use some kind of funny business play right now.
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Had we picked that up, that would have followed the trend real well. This isn't looking good for him.
The quarterback, the ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield.
Wow.
Or moved away
Pinball
from
with the ball,
in this
man.
case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take
This is where he's going to do the funny business. All right.
Looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right.
He dropped it.
Definitely took a shot.
See, that was the funny business. All right.
On any passes in the
Now
middle
it's,
of the field,
I was going to say,
anyone
now
who's
it's
going after
probably a
the football
screen.
is going to be conscious that it's probably
no.
going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They come up in an empty set, 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now Keenum, he's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is incomplete.
Rage quit. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. There we go. Thank you, my friend. Let's just part ways. I would like to get my 3rd. Thank you. Alright. Most of these wins are like psychological, man. Half these guys beat themselves up. When he did that funny business play and it didn't work for him, he should have known. Alright, I don't know if I can get this last win. I'm hoping that first game was my hardest game. Because I would choose terrible teams a lot of the time. It's not that the team is terrible, it's just, it's my style. I like certain players, or not players, but I like certain pieces. Certain amount of wide receivers. And a running back doesn't really matter, but I need him to be able to push through the line. Like, yo, I want more of a trucker than a one cut or a speed back. I want a powerful back. Those goal line scenarios. Alright, let's see who we're matched up with. This is probably going to be the last game. Well, win or lose, this is probably going to be the last game.
Champions matchup as you get a quick peek at some of the stars in today's game.
He has a D-lineman.
Ready to go. Let's get down to kickoff.
Doritos and pizza. Me and my girl were pizzaed out, so we got KFC for once. And I don't ever eat KFC, but I'll do it again. I like popcorn chicken.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for.
No clowns invited. Shallow cross. I need to add one of those to the playbook. I'll run that first. What kind of funny business?
On first down, it's Palmer. It's caught.
I exploited the user on that one. He over pursued. He left his zone. Probably not going to do that again till later. I'm not throwing to my tight end anymore. That was my tight end, actually. What position does Wood play? So there's no tight end on the field.
Here we go. Blue 58.
They'll throw on first down here with Palmer. It's caught inside the 25.
I hate throwing the deep ball on that flood. I hate it. I hate it.
Strength throwing the football downfield has never been an issue for this big guy.
Palmer helped me out on that one.
First time I met him, he was playing for USC, and when I got introduced to him,
When they take away the bottom routes, like the unders,
Such a presence, Carson Palmer.
very much so. Has had it
on the
ever since
flood.
he entered
Oh,
campus
do I
then, and
have
still
no
has it
time to
today.
run this play? Let's see. Come on.
Now Palmer.
Oh, shit.
First down. Cooper Helfit, the tight end.
Smashing X too much, man.
And now it's second down.
And he saw my play. But the thing is, he's going to run that cover 2 again? Go ahead, man. He's running cover 2.
Keep everything in front of you. See the quarterback deliver the ball, and that way you're able to break forward.
Palmer's hit, fumble. He loses
Yo.
the football.
Yo.
So an escape, so to speak, maintaining the football.
He's running cover 2.
Opportunity.
It definitely was, because that's all defense is talking
Mesh.
about. Getting the football and either
Try a
advancing the other
mesh.
way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That could
And
be
he's
a little
actually
bit
waiting
deflating.
with that
Exactly
linebacker.
right. A
He
lost
played it right this
opportunity.
time. I should have never picked this play. What am I doing, man?
Now Palmer on third and long.
And now I'm out of field goal range. What am I doing? I'm not paying attention.
And that'll lead to fourth down.
I'm not going for it on fourth down. It's 4th and 30.
I
think we're going home early, man.
Just long enough for me to get there, and that's exactly what happened on that play.
Yeah, I'm kicking it, dog.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line.
So either he's going to try a deep ball play with play action, or he's really running this ball.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll start out on the ground with a jive. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Oh, I'll be on again tomorrow.
Wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
4 yards.
I'm going to try and
second
stream
down.
Madden, but I might end up streaming GTA.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but
I'm waiting for him to finally throw that
ball,
ball,
to go ahead and
man.
run the football in that situation.
It looks like it's
almost a
coming.
tendency breaker.
They go play action here.
Didn't
on
get to
first
the right
down.
O-lineman.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
See, without having an O-line, you can't pressure the quarterback, man. And that changes everything. He's going to run
Offense
this ball
still
again.
needing 10 yards. 2nd down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Play action. It's Keenum. He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught at the 20. And he is down deep into Seattle territory.
Now that play will end up on the highlights. You'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see,
He finally went
offensive
over the
line
top,
that
and he
bought
got
the
me
extra
because I didn't
time,
set
that
up.
allowed for the big completion downfield. Those
Now
guys
he's gonna
made
run
that
the
play
ball.
possible.
Now a play fake here on first down. Over the middle here, the Browns.
That was a touchdown,
And
yeah.
he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. They're dangerous wide
I can't stop
receiver
play action
from
because
19 yards
nobody's
away.
there besides
And the
me.
Raiders have taken the early lead. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. Now it's Franks following the made field goal to send it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football, comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a
Palmer's hit, fumble. He loses the football. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now it's Ajayi. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Even a field goal is terrible. I don't want
memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
And the offense facing a 3rd and 6. Play action. Now it's Keenum. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
There we
Picked
go.
off by Tony Jefferson. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
All right, that was nice.
Passing down, they throw
Pick
the
6.
extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Now it's straight up.
He's
trying to bait me in by running and then over the top, but it's not fooling me. I just didn't set up right.
Touchback as that sails over the end line. And now here come the Raiders. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position of throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive. And they'll probably
nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, we're not going home early. I scored another touchdown. He used the same play and it messed up on him 2 different times, 2 different ways. One was a pick 6, one was a fumble for a touchdown.
It is so nice to see a guy like that.
Damn, I missed that kick.
And boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Jump the line, buddy.
Credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
They'll need to get the play off quickly. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. And you can bet
terrible kicks. What's happening? Is this lag?
Away following that fumble return. This will be taken about the 12.
He slid. He didn't want to take the hit this time.
Their way back out onto the field.
Okay, I will not be blitzing you again, buddy. You're safe. Both times he messed up was on a blitz.
Recovery. Keenum.
Keekly, we need a pick.
Sammy Watkins, the intended
He's
target.
using the same play over and over.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defender's going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football.
Yeah, he's hot routing something.
Like a forced pass by the quarterback.
I'll blitz you again.
Open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
Keenum going to throw. And left side here.
I almost pick again, but that was a big man. Big man can't pick that.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Now Keenum. And down he goes. Keenum is sacked. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Get the ball back on the 20-yard line. It looks like this game is over for him. He quit. All right. Cheer. I thought I was going home early. This dude quit. I scored 2 quick TDs.
So when you gonna be on again? Oh.
I already answered that. I'm gonna try and be on tomorrow.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just
It's either for
that.
GTA, yeah, or Madden. But yeah, I thought this guy was gonna send me home, yo. He started real strong because I did made a few mistakes, but nah, man. Made this guy rage quit because he kept using the same plays at the end. I don't know what was wrong. I don't know if he tried all his plays already and they just didn't get him what he's used to getting, but he ended up doing the same play over and over and over. And first time, pick 6. Second time, fumble, and then I ran into the end zone. Now I just got the ball back. He quit. I scored like, I would have scored maybe 20, 21. No, not 21. 20 or 19 points by the end of that. So
That's great.
Alright, so now I'm just gonna see what I got. Yesterday I played ranked. Oh, I have to wait 3 minutes. Yesterday I played ranked draft champions on a farm account, and they gave me nothing, man. They gave me poop. Gave me poop. I got probably like 30k worth of prizes in total if you count the tickets that they give you back. You break even on the tickets, so I included that too. But like, I don't know, man. I got 2 golds out of my pro packs, and those golds are worth like 1,500 and like 1,800. Yeah, no good. Alright, let's pick that pack up. I mean, let's open these packs. Oh, today is just a regular draft. It's only 1 pack. Alright, what did I get? Show me red paint. Why you gotta big that up so much? And I got cold, man. Owen Daniels. I'm gonna open a pro pack. Already. If you give me a red paint, I like that. Come on. Alright. Let me see Foster. Only thing I could use these cards for is solos, man. This is the last pack I'm opening. Think I'm gonna get mad right now if I see a gold. Same gold card in 2 different packs. I don't know what that is, man. Alright, I'm off. That's trash. Madden's been crapping on me.